Every morning in the wild, a gazelle awakens. One thing is for sure for the gazelle that day, as every other. She must run faster than the fastest lion. If she cannot, she will be killed and eaten. Every morning, a lion awakens. For the lion too, one thing is certain. This day and every day, he must run faster than the slowest gazelle. Whether fate names you a gazelle or a lion is of no consequence. It is enough to know that with the rising of the sun, you must run, and you must run faster than the day before for the rest of your days, or you will die. We all have to run the race of life.
This race of life will shine some light on the dark side of the coral reef. Even the most colorful corners down here could be hiding something deadly. This is a world packed with predators. The lightning speed and pin-cushion teeth of the Barracuda. The giant size and surprise attacks of the Moray eel, but also a surprising grace and beauty. The knitting needle spines of the lionfish, capable of injecting deadly venom. And one of the most toxic animals on the planet, who also happens to be the most grumpy. And a surprise angle on one of the most famous killers of the ocean. Not just any shark, but the reef shark. You will never see the underwater world the same again once you realize the battles that are happening down below. It's a place of constant struggles to survive. Of all the vast expanse of the seas and oceans on our planet, much of the life is concentrated near the coast and in the shallow waters. Most of these underwater predators do not want to attack humans, but we have chosen to enter their world. A surfboard can look like a sea lion to a hungry shark. A glinting piece of jewelry can look like a fish to a moray eel. And the splashing motion of a swimmer can sound like an injured animal to a passing barracuda. This episode looks beyond the beautiful corals and tropical fish to investigate the complex world of predator and prey. We will dive deep to uncover the secrets hidden in the coral canyons. We'll get up close to the lion of the sea, swim side by side with a classic killer, and slither along the seabed with 4 meters of muscle in the underwater predator's race of life. Tropical seas, warm, clear, and calm. But something sinister lies beneath this glassy surface. The colorful fish of the coral reefs are one of nature's wonders. These predators hunt in schools. They gang up to herd smaller fish together for a feast. Their eyesight is sharp and precise. They run an isolated and aggressive race of life. Adults only come together for 2 occasions: to spawn and to hunt. These streamlined tigers of the ocean live in tropical and subtropical waters worldwide. The Barracuda. The name strikes fear into people living in the tropics. There are around 28 species. Barracuda prefer to live near the sea surface. They spend much of their time hidden, waiting for their prey. This large adult is waiting to ambush a smaller fish. He relies on camouflage and short, intense bursts of speed. Once his prey is caught in these fang-like teeth, there is no escape. This smaller barracuda is staying hidden for different reasons. He's hoping predator does not become prey, because stalking these waters is a giant barracuda. This big old fish will not hesitate to take another barracuda if he gets the chance. This one fingerling has an itch she needs to scratch. She's looking for a special place in the underwater world.
A cleaning station. Despite the barracuda's hearty appetite, the little fish swimming close to her jaws are in no danger.
The barracuda will not eat them because they are helping her. They are cleaner wrasse, and their job is to eat all the parasites and dead skin from the barracuda. Their teeth are sharp and irregular for maximum biting efficiency. From the moment they grow up into fingerlings, these supreme predators are ready to hunt and kill. This fingerling has no idea our infant killers are out there. Even baby barracudas can strike at incredible speeds, up to 40 kilometers an hour. This adult looks like he's bitten off more than he can chew. Barracudas have been known to attack by biting their prey in half. The barracuda may try to take a bite if they believe humans are carcasses, so the secret here is to keep moving. One of the giants of the sea looks more like a snake than a fish. He comes in a beautiful range of patterns and colors. Despite his fierce-looking face, he runs a shy and secretive race of life. He spends most of his time in the safety of holes and crevices, but he's a carnivore and a very efficient hunter. His teeth are like rows of needles, designed over generations to bite into slippery fish. But at his best, he can be a stunning pin-up of the underwater world. The Moray eel. This giant moray is at a day spa. Just like the barracuda, he likes to come and have a good clean and exfoliation at the cleaning station. He may be shy, but he's usually quite gentle and often very curious. The glorious colors and patterns on many morays are a wonderful wardrobe of camouflage. Even the brightest colors can be hard to spot among the rainbows and irregular surfaces of a coral reef. The little wrasse is cleaning a second set of teeth deep in the eel's throat. These teeth can shoot forward to pull prey down the animal's gullet. It looks risky, but the wrasse will not be attacked. This adult has come out into the open to explore the reef and rocks for food. Her eyesight is quite poor, so she relies on a keen sense of smell to find a meal. Her graceful swimming style is like an underwater ballet. Most morays prey on fish and other eels, but some species prefer a more dainty diet of prawns and shellfish. Eels are among the ultimate winners in the race of life. They evolved over 500 million years ago. They are the earliest known ancestor of animals with backbones, and that includes us. This moray is making a meal of somebody else's leftovers. Their backward-facing teeth are perfectly designed for tearing off chunks of flesh. This one is in for a feast, if she can drag her magnificent haul back to safety. Just like the barracuda, the moray's taste for carcasses explains the occasional eel attacks on humans. This undulated moray is on the hunt. It all happens at lightning speed. When the attack is slowed down, it's easier to understand how the sharp teeth can get a grip on their slippery prey. These remarkable animals are not only perfect underwater predators, they are gentle and graceful winners in the oceanic race of life. Coral reefs are like the Amazon rainforest of the sea, which could explain why they are home to one of the most aggressively invasive animals on the planet. This animal is a fish, and it is dramatically different from other fish. Its colors are striking and its fins are graceful, but they also hide massive spines containing deadly venom. This beautiful fish wins its race of life because almost nothing will dare to eat it. It has spread to reefs all over the world with alarming speed. These stripy invaders managed to colonize the Atlantic Ocean along the American coast in only 10 years. Unlike their personality, their taste is described as sweet and delicate. This strange-looking fish can be as small as a strawberry or as big as a watermelon, and they are not shy. Not surprisingly, these fish have been given a range of colorful names: zebrafish, turkeyfish, butterfly cod. But the name that most people use clearly shows how this fish is king of the tropical oceans. He is a predator with almost no predators. Other animals maintain a respectful distance from him. He is the lionfish. They come in white with black, or different shades of orange, red, and rich pink. Their bright colors are a warning to other creatures that they're venomous. This coral trout is another fierce underwater predator, but this meal is too tricky. Like all lionfish, she can maneuver like a helicopter. She can precisely control an airbag inside her body, called a swim bladder, and so she can hold her position at almost any angle. This collection of males and females are each looking for a mate. Lionfish only come together to breed. The rest of the time, they live alone. This fish is on the hunt. She's strayed away from the camouflage of the reef. She fans her lethal fins out for maximum protection. This large male is being more proactive. He fancies his chances of catching some of these bait fish. The rapid strike is the most effective method for grabbing a meal. Despite her bright color, this lionfish is well hidden against the orange coral. She uses her fins to walk along the reef. She's stalking the fry. The ominous shadow of the lionfish is a warning to all. But not all the smaller fish have seen her. Might as well strike while the iron's hot. Lionfish live from 5 to 15 years, unless something eats them first. But given their impressive weapons, many of them live a long and well-fed race of life. The creature lying in these canyons runs an invisible race of life. Of the many strange shapes and creatures on the coral reef, one is so strange he doesn't look like a living creature, and he has the deadliest venom in the world. As we get closer, his outline may become visible. His incredible camouflage makes him one of the most effective predators in the sea. It's a fish that can make herself look like a stone. The stonefish. Stonefish have 13 sharp spines in their dorsal fins. The poison they inject can be lethal to humans. The 5 species of stonefish all live in the tropics. They won't attack humans, but when they're buried in the sand, they're like a trap. Many unsuspecting paddlers and reef walkers have accidentally stood on a stonefish. Stonefish use shape and texture to blend in, as well as color. Sometimes all that's visible is that fierce-looking mouth. Not all stonefish are dull browns and grays. Some add a glorious splash of color to their wardrobe. Stonefish venom is stored in glands at the base of each spine. When attacked, venom is instantly discharged into the spines and injected into the attacker. There are 5 species of stonefish. They're all able to walk on their fins, and they all like to eat small fish and shrimps. This female has decided her hunting ground has run out of food. She's moving on to find richer pastures. Small fish are easy prey for stonefish, but not much of a meal. This fish is completely unaware that danger is lurking beneath. For the stonefish, his race of life requires patience. If this fish is going to win his race of life today, he will need a better memory. Got him at last. Time for the stonefish to sit back on the rocks and digest his meal. This classic underwater predator has a more approachable side. She's known for being the silent killer of the deep. Her silhouette strikes dread into every swimmer, both human and animal. But sometimes she's not as bad as she looks. Her sinister cousins prefer to live far from the warm waters of the reef. Yes, she's a shark, but she doesn't have the reputation of colder water sharks like the bull and the great white. She's not as big, and so neither is her appetite. Unlike their cold water cousins, they often move in large groups. They are still hunters with the speed and skill of all sharks. The huge bait balls of tropical fish are the favorite dining places for these graceful predators. They sometimes work in teams to round up the fish. They have a good set of teeth and an excellent sense of smell. And when there's lots of food around, there's almost a sense of a party. These high-speed hunters run a well-equipped race of life. They are reef sharks. Reef sharks are smaller than their temperate cousins and rarely grow more than 1.6 meters. A school of mullet or whiting may have attracted this reef shark feeding frenzy. Their huge numbers help the sharks win this race of life. They can work together to herd the fish against the shore, so there's no escape. These blacktips are getting together to find a mate. The females swim in long S-bends to show they are ready to meet a male. Most reef sharks are not aggressively territorial, but they do have a regular home range and they will stay close to it for many years. These reef fish are in danger. A reef shark is trying to corner them against the coral. Tropical fish win their race of life against the sharks by using colors and erratic movements to confuse them. But the shark is also a supreme athlete. He can twist and turn at speed to catch his slippery prey. Beneath the coral surface, a colony of crustaceans has attracted the sharks. It's also attracted other fish. This is a wonderful smorgasbord for the reef sharks. Some are so excited they're using their snouts to dig deeper into the coral. One lucky winner has found the remains of somebody else's catch. Reef fish are used to living with sharks. It's hard not to imagine this is just a playful game. This lone shark is waiting for the best time of day for hunting. Sunset, when the shadows are long and the shark disappears against the black rocks. He dives straight in, a catch in seconds. The taste of meat drives the sharks into even more of a frenzy. Now there are hundreds of black tips, all attracted from miles around by the excitement. The holes and crevices provide a refuge for the prey. shrimps, snakes, and fish are all pushing themselves deep into the rocks. This big eye has arrived at the wrong place at the wrong time. He's racing for his life against the odds, but he's fast and nimble. But so is the reef shark. The big eye's race is over. Feeding frenzies like this are not just a race of life. For the reef sharks, this is a giant team sport. And on nights like tonight, the reef shark is the winner. Underwater predators have adopted extreme measures to hunt and to survive. The fish of the reef need to be fast to escape the barracuda and wary to survive swimming near the lairs of the Moray eel. They may be ambushed by the deadly beauty of the reef, the lionfish, or sucked into the huge mouth of the stonefish. At every moment, they need to be running their race of life against an army of attackers.
Every morning in the wild, a gazelle awakens. One thing is for sure for the gazelle that day, as every other. She must run faster than the fastest lion. If she cannot, she will be killed and eaten. Every morning, a lion awakens. For the lion too, one thing is certain. This day and every day, he must run faster than the slowest gazelle. Whether fate names you a gazelle or a lion is of no consequence. It is enough to know that with the rising of the sun, you must run, and you must run faster than the day before for the rest of your days, or you will die. We all have to run the race of life.
Surviving underwater takes a whole new set of skills. Some creatures use chemical weapons with colorful advertising telling attackers to back off. Some choose to live with the enemy and have a clever technique to stay alive where others would die. Others fire off weapons like a machine gun and can cause death to humans in seconds. To protect yourself against predators in the sea, you need to be highly specialized, or extremely intelligent, or a weird and wonderful mix of both. The great oceans of the world contain canyons deeper than 10 kilometers and mountains just as high. Temperatures range from below 0 to over 30 degrees centigrade. Many areas of the ocean have not yet been explored, and creatures are still waiting to be discovered. Nobody knows for sure exactly what is out there looking for its next meal. Underwater life is lived in 3 dimensions. Attackers can come from any direction. Up and down, from behind, or in front, or from either side. Often predators can strike with no warning. They can travel at high speeds or stay well hidden for an ambush. To win the race of life underwater, you need to have the best self-defense. The most colorful creature on the planet has a complex and clever way of avoiding predators. She lives in every ocean, but is at her most spectacular in the rainbow world of the coral reef. She comes in almost every color you can imagine. The Nudibranch. She is small, soft, and slow-moving. The Nudibranch runs her race of life with a clever combination of chemicals, tentacles, and stings. This kaleidoscopic little animal is basically a sea snail without a shell. The best way to see how these animals defend is to look at what they attack. The Nudibranch is using smell and taste to hunt for food. The little horns on his head are called rhinophores, and they're picking up chemical signals to tell him there's food close by. This rainbow Nudibranch has found what he's looking for: a tube anemone. Anemones are covered in stingers, so the Nudibranch plans his attack. It's a graceful race of life between 2 strange, soft-bodied animals. The Nudibranch has eaten the anemone. For most of these creatures, a weird and wonderful thing happens next. The Nudibranch digests the anemone, but he will not be poisoned by the stings. Instead, the anemone stinging cells will harmlessly move through the body of the Nudibranch to the surface of his skin. The Nudibranch is now defended by the stinging cells of the anemone. Anyone who tries to eat him will be stung and poisoned. Their wonderful bright colors are a warning to predators to stay away. This cuttlefish is looking for a juicy meal. If it does attack, a second defense mechanism kicks in. This Nudibranch has detachable body parts. The wriggly fronds on her back, known as serrata, will break off and continue wriggling to distract attackers. Some animals can still eat these crafty creatures, including other members of their own species. But they have one more trick to beat everyone else around. They can make double the amount of offspring. These 2 Nudibranchs are mating. Which is the male and which is the female? The answer is, they both are both. These lovebirds are hermaphroditic. They have male and female sex organs. Each will fertilize the other, and they will both lay eggs. That doubles the Nudibranch's chances of winning the race of life. One of the smartest ways to win the race of life against predators is to find a way of living with the enemy. The animal who does this best swims in the Indian Ocean, the Red Sea, and the Western Pacific. She has adapted a means of survival that would kill most other fish. And by doing this, she can get on with her life and let others do the defending. The clownfish. Clownfish are famous for making their homes among the deadly tentacles of sea anemones. This is a dangerous activity. Anemones eat fish by trapping them in their tentacles and releasing hundreds of tiny toxic stings. But this clownfish is determined to make her home here. As she dances, she gently brushes the anemone. She's getting stung. Amazingly, the clownfish is not succumbing to the toxin. Her body is covered in a protective layer of mucus. By doing this dance, the clownfish is gradually getting used to the toxin released by the anemone. It is her dance of life to secure herself a safe home. Soon she can move in, full time. The bluefin trevally thinks he's found an easy meal. Will he risk being stung to satisfy his hunger? No. The clownfish has won his race of life, and the trevally has to find food elsewhere. This little fish keeps her house clean by nibbling parasites and food scraps from the surface of the anemone. She also keeps it nicely aired by fanning oxygen around with her fins. So the anemone gets a good deal from its new host. Both creatures are running their race of life side by side, helping each other. This feisty little fish will fight for it. This clownfish is also looking for somewhere to live. No hope here. Our fish aggressively defends her newfound territory. Now she needs a family. And for this, she allows a group of smaller males to join her in her home. The largest male will become her partner and fertilize her eggs. But there are a lot of big predators out there. Sharks, eels, and larger fish will try to eat our clownfish. The matriarch has not returned. But all is not lost for our fish family. Something totally odd is about to happen. The big male will turn into a female. She will then select a partner from the remaining males and continue to lay eggs to carry on the family line. The original mother fish may have lost, but she has built a family that has a clever way of carrying on without her. In this way, the clownfish family wins its race of life. The ultimate victor in the underwater race of life is a carnivore. He moves silently and slowly, but he is an efficient hunter. And some of his kind produce the deadliest toxins on the planet. They conquered the seas long before sharks, before dinosaurs, and they are winning their race of life in every ocean in the world. Jellyfish. This incredible animal has existed for over 500 million years. This box jellyfish is out to kill. He's not drifting passively on the currents, but using small jets to drive himself forward. He's moving at approximately 4 knots. His tentacles are sophisticated stealth weapons. They are almost invisible, but can be 3 meters long. He has around 60 of them, and each one is covered in 5,000 stinging cells. Like all jellyfish, this is what he uses to catch his prey. Despite the fragile appearance of the tentacles, there is no struggle and no escape. Box jellyfish have powerful venom, so the fish is killed instantly. Therefore, the delicate tentacles are saved from damage. Box jellyfish can be deadly to humans. A sting instantly causes agonizing shock. The victim may die from heart failure or drowning before he can reach safety. It is not worth trying to beat these highly toxic hunters in their race of life. It's no surprise not many animals eat jellyfish. But two giants of the sea have become jelly-eating specialists, the sunfish. This enormous fish can weigh a ton, so it needs to eat a huge amount of jellyfish. As the fish approaches, the jellyfish tentacles look threatening, but to no effect. The sunfish's skin is too thick for the stings to penetrate. He will be able to feast on this brood of jellies, no problem at all. One of the largest turtles in the world, the green turtle. When she's fully grown, she'll be a herbivore. But as a juvenile, she's happy to nibble on a jellyfish for some extra protein. This looks like a sea of danger, thousands of golden jellyfish. But these creatures couldn't be more different from the box jellyfish. They are completely harmless. They have lost their sting. How do these fragile-looking creatures win their race of life without stingers? The answer is, they don't have anything to race against. This lagoon has become cut off from the sea. Golden jellies have almost no predators, so they do not need defense. But what about catching prey? They don't need to do that either. These jellyfish can make their own food. They have a kind of algae living inside their bodies, which converts sunlight to energy for the jellies. All the golden jellies have to do to get a meal is relax in the sunshine. And that's exactly what they do. They follow the sunlight around the lake as the day unfolds. The golden jellyfish has the most laid-back race of life on Earth. One giant of the ocean appears in horror stories and terrifying dramas of the sea. But they live a life so fast and hard, most never make it to adults. They are jet-propelled monsters that will only mate once or twice before they die. They are known to attack fishing vessels and even sometimes swimmers. The squid. These bizarre-looking creatures are really giant mollusks who emerged into the world 60 million years ago. Like nearly all squid, this one has 8 arms and 2 tentacles. These long tentacles can shoot out and catch a fish, and then feed it into her mouth. And she wins her race of life with speed. She squirts out water through a tube by her head at high speed. Some squid can reach speeds of 24 kilometers per hour. No live catch today, so a dead squid will have to do. She chews the food with a sharp beak, which lies in the center of her ring of arms. The Caribbean reef squid enjoys a spot of sunbathing. Like all squid, he has a soft body and no shell. He He is constantly trying to avoid being eaten. His best defense is camouflage. He can change color instantly to match his surroundings. These squid are scared. There's nowhere to hide. They create a smoke screen to confuse the predators and escape under cover. But most squid lose their race of life before they are adults. So they've come up with a clever way of making sure they survive. Huge numbers. This is a squid nursery. These mums have each laid their eggs and attached them to the rocks. Each mum is expecting 70,000 babies. Most will be eaten before they grow up. But by the sheer force of numbers, they make sure one or two of their brothers and sisters win their race of life. One of the weirdest animals under the sea is also one of the smartest. She can solve problems and use tools. She has 2 eyes and a beak, and 3 hearts, but no skeleton. And she has 4 pairs of arms. The octopus. The octopus is a cunning predator and a master of disguise. And all of them are venomous. This Australian octopus is beautiful, but deadly. He's actually a shy creature and spends most of his time hiding in holes and crevices. But if alarmed, he will glow bright yellow with luminous blue rings. A threatened animal will naturally run for home. But the veined octopus doesn't need to run anywhere. She carries her home around with her. She will use almost any protective covering as a shelter. A clamshell, a coconut shell, or even an old discarded spoon. This one is out hunting. Something is moving in the sand, a tasty-looking flounder. But the fish has seen the octopus coming. She uses her camouflage to hide. Camouflage is the octopi's best defense. This octopus has seen a predator. She instantly blends into her background. She can even change the texture of her skin to look like the rocks and seaweed. But the octopus has many more means of defense in her bag of tricks. This octopus has seen a reef shark. There is nowhere to hide. Suddenly, she disappears. She has squeezed herself into a tiny crack in the rocks. Those amazing arms can protect our graceful friend by sacrificing themselves. If one of these octopi is under attack, an arm will break off and keep wriggling. The predator will be distracted and the octopus can escape. For his grand finale, the octopus will perform one last feat. The predator will eat this octopus. He squirts a cloud of black ink. The predator is confused. The octopus escapes. Another daring escape in the incredible octopus race of life. The brain boxes of the ocean use their intelligence to win their race of life. They have the biggest brains on the planet. Some are excellent at working in teams. Others run their race alone. But they are all high speed. The orca. Most of these graceful giants use their sheer size as their best defense. Some whales are equipped with teeth, and for orcas, that means they are apex predators. Almost no other animals will attack them, except perhaps one. The ultimate ocean hunter is looking for a kill. A great white shark. The orcas group together. There can be up to 40 whales in one pod. A formidable force. Their teeth are clearly visible. They're designed for capturing and tearing prey. Orcas can grow to 9 meters long. And these intelligent animals have one more advantage over the shark: education. From previous encounters, orcas know that if they can flip the shark onto its back, it will be helpless. The orcas prepare for the attack. The great white makes a rapid retreat. The orcas have won their race of life against the most feared predator of the sea. Protecting yourself underwater is a game of invention. Aquatic animals have to create clever ideas to stay alive. They have an amazing toolbox to dip into: color and camouflage, toxins and teeth. The result is an array of strange creatures. Nudibranchs, clownfish, squid, octopi, and whales are just some of the wonderful winners in the underwater race of life.